Howdy, Possum Patty here and little TT2. She wants to get in my lap. Come on. And it is Tuesday. Time to take out the trash. Come on along. This is my holiday trashy. It says happy on the outside. This was made from a tissue box. You open it up. Merry and bright. So I call this my Merry and Bright Trashy Journal. And it's backwards. So this is the open spread. I've decorated the inside cover. I made a pocket. Haven't put anything there yet. I've got windows on this side and window on that side where you pull your tissues through. Some gifted tissue paper there. And I worked on this Happy Smile More page the other day. And I did this one with a gift bag. And this bag is from the dentist. And then I made a journaling card from an old Christmas card. I could add more to it if I want as I go along. I could add something to this page if I'd like. In the quiet time, I did glue down this. This came in the mail. This was it's from Enchanted Jewelry. But on the front it said, be merry and bright. So I used it as a background. Gift wrapped in love, and I put a little gnome there. And this is a piece of wrapping paper. And I don't have too many scraps from wrapping paper yet because I haven't wrapped many gifts yet. But I do have just a couple pieces here. And then this is from a catalog. And I glued this down as a background. And I got a couple more little gnome pictures here. I might put some scraps in this little book, this little mini trashy I took out because I've got some things over here. Some little scraps from working on Christmas pages. Right, so I have two backgrounds started. Okay, I want to leave this. I want the words. I want the gnome. The gnome is covering up a picture of a lady who is facing this way, and I kind of chopped her head off there when I cut this to fit the page. But I could put something there or not. And then I was thinking of adding something to this page. What was it? Oh, and I want to put this house in here. Oh, and I have this little netting here too, left over from something that I was working on. And this could be, I could actually probably sew that on. This is all wet with glue. I have to wait till the glue dries. Okay, what else? I have a very festive bag of chocolates. This can be in here somehow. One side has a little window. I'll have to take this apart, because this could be another background. Some people complete a whole page when they're trashing. Some people just stick things here and there. You can trash any way you want. You can use your trashy as a memory keeper, an actual daily journal. I've done that. But this one, this particular trashy is just holiday trash. Okay, what if I... Because Tuesday is my long day as I go for my keyboard lesson, which is over in Rhode Island. And we usually do a lot of errands going there and on the way back, because if you're going to travel so far, you might as well stop everywhere along the way instead of making separate trips, right? So my keyboard, let this be pretty to die cut something out of there, I betcha. I betcha. So keyboard lesson for seniors. who've never studied music. I don't want to say dummies, because people in the class certainly aren't dummies. Retired engineer sits next to me. Oh, this page is a little shorter. But that's okay. Did I cut that side? Did I cut that side? It's got to be a certain length. You can't have outliers because this has got to close up. Not like that, but it's got to close up like that. So you've got to make sure it's going to fit in there. So it's a group lesson. And everybody's playing on a keyboard or a Lowry organ or a Yamaha clavinova. If you know what those are. Well, an organ's an organ, right? Clavinova is like a digital piano. Or they might have some other kind of digital piano. Or a regular piano. Because he'll help you with that too. Teacher's very nice. It's like senior social hour. We go in. And there could be anywhere from like 4 to 15 at one time in the class. It varies because he has a couple of classes and you can attend whichever one you want to. Or, you know, if you have a doctor's appointment, say you usually go on Tuesday, but you have a doctor's appointment, he lets you go to the Wednesday class. So, you know, that's very helpful when you're a senior and you have a lot of doctor's appointments. So you have a group lesson, and he's very nice. And if you need personal help, or you have questions, you're struggling with something, you need some help with your instrument because they have 100 buttons and tabs on them, you can go in for a half-an-hour private lesson, schedule it with him. At the end of the week, he puts the lesson in a video, so if you're a senior and you forgot, even though you took notes, and what the lesson was about, you can just watch the video as many times as you want to figure it out. And then once a month, usually, he has what he calls buttons and tabs. If you have any technical questions on how to operate your instrument, then, oh, I shouldn't have put glue at the top. You can go in and ask your questions. It's another social event. And he also streams that live on Facebook. So if you don't want to drive, go out that day, you can watch it on Facebook. And you could send your question in ahead of time. And then he'll answer it for you. Okay, I'm going to let this dry before I do anything, because then I'll have to close it and it's going to stick to that page. I know it is. So I've got 3 backgrounds on here. And I didn't come up with making a whole page yet because I just don't have that much stuff yet. I hope this stays down. We'll see. Maybe I should put something on here. So while that's on the floor with the box on top of it, weighing it down, let's look at all these little tiny scraps and just do a couple of things in here. So this one has some winter Christmassy things in there. And just some trash. So here we got flowers and fairies. Flowers. Flowers are good at any time. More fairies and flowers and more flowers and more flowers. Oh, this got Halloween there. So this is a Trashy for all seasons. And right now I'm going to put some Christmas things in here. I've got this. I could put somewhere. I can use this too, huh? Use that red with the Santas. So I never had music lessons as a kid. And then when we lived in Pennsylvania, a friend of ours was moving to California, and she did not want to take her old Yamaha Clavinova, which is a digital piano, with her all the way out to California, and Mr. Possum bought it. Not that he was going to use it, mind you, but he thought I would take some lessons on it. But I was still working, and I had to farm, and it was hard to find somebody who would teach the Clavinova. And to tell you the truth, I didn't have a lot of time for that. And then finally, I retired from my full-time job and was just working part-time. I was teaching a couple courses at the college. So, you know, your time is more flexible. And I investigated it, and there was a music center in town who did teach keyboard for seniors. It's kind of slippery. I use this glue. And they were giving away 10 free lessons. So I entered my name to win 10 free lessons. And they called me up and said, I did not win 10 free lessons, but would I like lessons anyway? And I was like, well, when are they? And the time that they were being held, I was teaching class, so I couldn't go. So I said, I can't do it at that time. Let me know if there's another time. So about 6 months later, she called me up and she said, oh, we're going to teach a class and it's going to be at this time. And I said, oh, I can come at that time. So I went for my music lesson, and all they had were Lowry organs, and that was the only system he would teach. You had to have a Lowry organ. And all I had was the Yamaha Clavinova digital piano. So I sold my Clavinova and got a Lowry, which an old one, but it was nice. It was an old one. And I started taking beginner lessons for people who have no music theory, no music lessons, no idea what they were doing. And there's a button on the Lowry that says easy, and you press the easy button, and it makes it very easy to play. And you play your melody with your right hand, and you play a chord with your left hand. And with the easy button system, if it's a C chord, all you have to do is press C. And if it's a D chord, all you have to do is press D. You don't have to press all the notes of the chord. The organ does that for you. So I had a lot of fun. You learn very quickly. You hear sneezes in the background. That's Miss TT. She's still sneezing, but I think she's feeling better. So it was 12 books, 3 years, 4 books a year, and then you graduate and you become an intermediate player. Well, we graduated and the gentleman retired. The mall went out of business and closed down. And now I was back with no one to teach me. Didn't take lessons for a few years. Fast forward to Connecticut. And I found a digital keyboard. Same sort of system in Rhode Island, which is not too far from here. And so I started there, And this guy gives you a little bit more music theory than the first guy. I don't want to say a little bit more. I want to say a lot more music theory than the first guy. Yeah, a lot more music. Oh, TT wants to come in my lap. What do you want, TT? And, yeah. And his way of doing chords was different than what I had learned, and I should have used a pencil on that, but I didn't. Well, maybe I'll put some of these trees on there. What else I got down here? This little piece. I kind of like the Rippy look better. I kind of like this look a little better. So I started with the new teacher on my old Lowry, but I had to learn his new system, which is fine. Actually made things a little bit easier because he was teaching a little bit more complicated things, and his method, you know, it was good to learn that. So I learned that. So now my organ's getting really old because it was really old when I bought it, and it's floppy disk old, and thinking of trading in for a new one. And Mr. Possum's didn't really ever really like the big organ style. He always liked the little Clavinova piano style. And he says he'll buy me a new Yamaha Clavinova for Christmas. He was not going to buy me a new Lowry, but he said he would buy me a new Clavinova for Christmas. I'm like, ooh, okay. Go for it, man. So I got a new Yamaha Clavinova. And it has an easy button, but it's a different system. Oh, mamma mia. It's a different system. What is this? Oh, that's just a border. Okay. I thought there was smoke rising from the chimney, but it's coming from behind the hill. After cutting it nice and straight, I'm going to do that. Yeah. Oh, that looks much better. Yes, yes, yes. So I spent a year practicing with his method with the new easy button on my Yamaha Clavinova. And now the music theory is getting more complicated. He's teaching us all kinds of chords, and these chords they're not in the easy system. You have to play 3 fingers, 4 fingers, you know, whatever. You have to play 6 fingers. You don't do that with one hand, though. You do 3 and 3 or whatever. Yeah. So I'm learning all these new chords, and it's really hard, and that's fine. Keeps you busy, out of trouble, right? And I'm thinking, well, since I am learning all this new stuff anyway, and these chords are, you know, not the easiest things in the world, maybe I should just go ahead and go back to square one and learn you know, how to do the chords, you know, just like the simple chords, like, you know, C chord. How do you play C chord? So last month I decided to put on my big girl panties and learn what to do. So where's my pencil? I keep grabbing the pen. So this is my 4th system, my 2nd piano system, my 4th system of playing chords. but it's fun. He makes it fun. It's a social time. I practice. It's really hard. It's pretty slow going. Pretty slow going when you really don't know what you're doing. Pretty slow going. And my problem is arthritis or tendonitis or bursitis, whatever it is I have in my hand over here. I wear my arthritis gloves. So I really can't practice too much at one time. So do the best I can and have fun. Like my journaling. Do the best I can and have fun. That's what it's all about. We have little recitals. We have like 8 lessons and then a review on the 9th week. And then, where did I make that mark? That's funny. Right there. And then we have their little recital. It's a potluck lunch. People bring in snacks and we play our songs and we chit-chat and we have lunch and, you know, it's a thing. It's a thing. So there's a beginning of a blue page. I'm just gluing down scraps that are under my thing here. There's more scraps. Should I keep gluing? Okay, here's some more. So eventually I'll build it up with focal points. And that's the fun part. I love to do that part, but you can't get to that part unless you've got something on the background. See, this background is waiting for something. I could add things to these backgrounds. Oh, here's a brown. Wouldn't that look nice on there? Tone on tone. What else I got under there? Okay, got lots of pink. Got more brown. Get it out here where I can see it. Got lots of strips. How long have I been talking? I haven't even watched the clock. I'm so sorry. Just yakking on and on about music lessons. Yeah, so Tuesday's a big day. It's a long day. It's a busy day. Trashing is good for Tuesdays. Now this came off of that December daily page I did the other day. I'll glue a few more scraps down and then I'll call it quit. Call it quits. But you know, once you start doing this, you know, it's just like grabbing stuff and gluing it down. It's just like the easiest thing in the world. Yeah, I think I will put that on this side. And then I can add to that page. You know what would look nice here is a bird. If I had a picture of a bird, I could put it there. I bet you in this pile of trash there's a picture of a bird somewhere. So if I find it. I do have a big pile of trash over here. Oh, you know what? And I have this stuff too. And this, oh, this was just a flyer that came in the mail. But I like this park thing. I should make the bottom flat though. Is this too big for here? You know, I could cut this part out here. So when I start getting some Christmas cards or some more junky mail, I add some more focal points to my Merry and Bright. I'll look through my trash a little bit more. See? I like that. I don't want to cover up those sticks. See, it's always want to make something out of nothing. So I glued down that branch, and now I'm like, oh, I could put a bird there, right? I could put a bird there. I know, I've got to have pictures of birds somewhere. I'll hold this down for a minute. I'll be right back. I punched out some Christmas trees. Oh, and this one has a star. Let's see. If I do this. These are from my die cuts. Will it fit? It fits, it fits, it fits, it fits. Yes, 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 yes. And then I can decorate it with something on the inside. I hope you're trashing along. Ooh, I got this shiny stuff. What if I put that down like that? Now will this hold that on there? We shall see, right? We shall see. It's got to go over a little bit. That one just fits on there. Grab and glue. That is the name of the game. Grab and glue. Trim it up. Top, I don't worry about. The bottom, I don't like things hanging out the bottom, because it sits on the shelf. Well, that was fun. Oh, I got this. Maybe I'll put that on another page. Okay, maybe that's it. So, what did I do? It's always good to think about what you did after you do it. I made this cute little house out of these scraps. I like how that came out. Probably don't need to add too much more to that. Put some background on this little pocket. Nice blue. There's a card in there. That's a tissue box. Another tissue box. Could probably put that on there. You knew she wasn't going to stop. Did a nice Santa page. Could add something along here. Did a Christmas tree. Use that little bit of netting there. Did a nice window. And then I glued this down. This is waiting for a bird. And that is it in there. Let's see if the other one is dry. Okay, we have some backgrounds. Waiting for focal points. That's all I did in the Merry and Bright, but that's okay. That's okay, that's okay. I got one little thing added on this page. And I'm going to add some things to that page, and I have no idea what I'm going to do on this page. That's okay. This is just sit, relax, do some trash. I love this page with the snowman and the sparkles. I could add to that. I might add to this. I can put things all around. Like, look at this space here. Look at that space right there. That could be something. I could put all little bits. Oh, look at these birds. I die cut birds. I wonder if this will work for the branch. I told you, once you start doing this, Titi's looking for my attention. What's the matter? Come on. Come on. She wants to be in my lap right now. She needs extra loving because she's got a cold. So I read the thing you're supposed to do is take a nice hot shower. And, no, not with the cat, but have the cat in the bathroom so they breathe in all the steam, the moisture. And that will help ease their congestion. Now I'm going back to the little one again. Where is it? The branch. The branch. Nah, I don't like that. I want a different bird. Okay. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. Be done. Be done. Be done. Be done. Go sit with the kitty cat because we were out all day. And come back and do this again. So thanks for coming along today, and happy Trashy Tuesday. Happy junk journaling. Happy holiday journaling. Bye-bye. You didn't think this was going to end, did you? I pulled out that card. Titi said, don't get up yet. Stay a few more minutes. I'm all nice and warm and snuggy in your lap. So I said, okay, we'll do one more journaling card. And then we're going to move to the couch. So I'm just going to put some scraps down here. This is the end flap of a tissue box. And what I did was I cut around these bulbs so it wasn't straight across over there. But I was like, I mean, I didn't cut this the size of this. This is just like perfect for this card, so I had to use it. Yes, I did. Alright, so I'm going to glue this down. And that is it. That is it. Trash Tuesday. Holiday trashing in my mini with the little tiny scraps. So when this is dry, I don't want to stick it all the way in there. That's going to go back in that pocket. And okay, that's it. Walk away from the trashy.